friends. Hope you all are doing great. I'm back with another podcast, and this time the topic is something which is really interesting for most of the people who are slogging in sales, and this is all about selling. Although this is a skill which is so generic in nature, and almost most of the sales and marketing professionals in almost each industry has something or the other to add as far as this skill is concerned, and which is selling skill. But I think there is a never ending process of learning as far as sales is concerned. Every person has something or the other which the person can add, and as a person you can learn from the other person. So let us start with it, and so these are few points which I presume that are going to be very very important for anybody who has uh, plans to do well in sales and to excel in sales and kind of contribute in the profit making process of the organization for which you are working. Okay, so number one is, as far as selling is concerned, number one is do not sell products, okay, or services. And let me put it straight. What I'm trying to say here is try to sell results and solutions. Okay. And when I say results and solutions, it is more on pitching your consumer or customer or the person to whom you're selling, briefing more about the feature which your product or service is going to bring in, right, as a result or as a solution to which your customer is looking at. Do not talk about what your product can do. Talk about what the product can do for them, right? So let's example, you don't sell a camera by saying it can shoot video at 25,000 ISO. You sell it by telling people it can shoot video in the moonlight. Okay, so there you are checking out a, a problem, right? And you are giving a solution to that. Okay, camera is generic, it is going to shoot, but what else, right? And on that, what else is it can shoot in the moonlight. Okay, so that's a solution idea which you are trying to pitch in, right? And for somebody who is actually looking out for this, I think that's the catchment which is looking at. Okay. Point number two is get into their world, right? In their ecosystem, understand, talk about what they care about, their problems, their fears, their desires, right? Try to have a sneak peek, right, from the close. What are those? What are those fears? What are those desires, right? And then start discussing ways your product or your solution can solve them, right? They are likely to give an immediate yes, right? And if this expectation match happens, I think nothing like it. That's the place, that's the point of inflection when your product deliverables or uh, features meet the desires or the expectations of the consumer who is going to consume it. Okay. Then point number three is at times what happens is we are emotional creatures and not logical sometimes. So uh, Sell towards emotions and feelings. For instance, if you want to sell a family business, you can discuss your family's problems and explain how you feel about their situation. Okay, so this is for sure going to help in building a case, right? And because here you are attaching and and highlighting the emotions or the feelings here, right? And that's what is going to help to make a better decision for the person. Then point number four is I think it is very important to be specific and precise. Don't say lose weight fast. Instead, say lose 10 pounds in 3 weeks without diet and exercise. Now, here you are giving measured, specific, right, and precise, or quantifying in terms of what is that they can look at, what's the time frame in which they can look at, and if at all they have some specific goals, desires, objectives, right? There that has to be or that can be achieved in this specific time. Okay. Point number five is I think in today's dynamic uh, uh, changing scenario, take advantage of FOMO. Let me put it like that: fear of missing out. Right? Set a hard deadline when the sale ends and create a sense of urgency. Okay, use countdown timers, highlight limited availability, show social proof, use language that creates urgency. So, in sum total, you are trying to create something, right, which has some importance, which can add value, but at the same time, that is not in surplus. Okay, it has limited, supply, and so you are creating a demand and supply situation, and where the decision making is going to be quicker. Okay, so you are creating value, you have identified need, you created a value which is actually going to address uh, that problem, and then you're also giving demand supply matrix to that, where the supply is not that in excess, and it has limited. Okay. Point number six is don't make it boring. Let me put it very straight. Be entertaining and exotic. Don't sound like a generic company. Put jokes into your text. Be different. Be flamboyant. Be euphoric about your organization, about your product, about your services. Talk as much as possible in the most vibrant and positive note as possible, because that fills the other person also a lot of energy and enthusiasm, right? So that the other person, the person who's actually going to take a decision whether to buy it or not, full of energy and enthusiasm at the same time, right? So I'm sure these 6 7 points. I'm sure there can be so many of it, but these 6 7 points, just take it up, right? And for sure, they are going to add a lot of value to their selling, to your selling skills and your day to day, pitching and presentations and stuff like that. Okay, so thanks for hearing. We'll connect very soon again. Take good care of yourself, right? And do like, subscribe, share, and comment. Please ensure that you are subscribing to get regular videos, right? As we are releasing. Take care of you again. Thanks. Bye.